we deal with the difficult topics here on the Atheist Experience, and sometimes people find it challenging to hear us because it shakes their understanding of what the truth is. I think that proves what the answer to what Daniel from Wisconsin is talking about when he asks, "How seriously are you looking for truth?" Daniel, you've heard us talking about pizza. I think you've got your answer, but how serious are we looking for truth? I would say very serious. Seth, how serious are you?
This feels a little bit like when I meet a believer and they say, no matter what evidence I bring, whatever book I give you, whatever
Yeah.
argument I make, you'll never change your mind, right? You're set.
Hmm.
And I hear a little bit of that in this particular claim or question.
Hmm.
How seriously are you really looking out there? And I would respond that you're looking at somebody who changed everything. I, I, I came to a moment of epiphany in a quest for truth that caused me to cast off a 30-plus-year religious belief at great cost. And then after I sloughed off all of those religious ideas, I had to go back, forgive me, into what are my philosophies and values and how they'd been informed by the religion. Well, now what do I think about them? And so I changed my position on the death penalty. I changed my position on recreational drugs. I changed my position on right to die issues. I changed my position on LGBT marriage. I changed my position over and over and over. And so I see that as a quest to try to pursue what is right and what is true. And so I think that most people, I think, are that way, despite our biases, and we can all be stubborn and bullheaded and double down. We're all creatures of psychology. But if you look at somebody like me, I would like you to see open-mindedness, somebody who tried to be honest enough that it ended up changing almost everything about them. I don't even recognize the person I was 20 years ago. I'm a much different person today. And I'd like to think that my journey and my desire to try to find better ideas informed that.
Yeah. Daniel, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts to that? That's a very
Okay.
thorough response.
Yeah. Hello, you guys. My question, I asked that because people who want to know the truth or looking for the truth, they go out there and find it. Do you agree?
Daniel, before we continue along the path that you're setting out, Seth just poured his heart out to you, explaining his own personal journey. I was there, I was engaged. How about you? Were you listening? And what do you think about Mr. Seth Andrews' testimony? He witnessed to you his own experience. What are your thoughts on his words?
Well, I heard him.
It's a start.
And as far as I can see, he hasn't been looking for the right place.
Looking for truth in all the right places. Okay.
Well, let me ask,
Right.
what do you think I should be finding? What is it I'm missing?
Evidence, scientific evidence.
For?
Well, if you want to see proof, you guys can't see me.
For? No.
Yeah.
Daniel, what am I seeing? What are proof for what or whom? What's the destination you want to take me to? Daniel has had a mild
Can you
stroke.
repeat that again?
Okay, there he is.
There you go.
You obviously want me to be honest enough and to pursue evidence to find proof or accept proof for something. Proof for what?
Proof. Well, we don't have a proof for God directly, but we have proof for spirituality. We have proof for a global flood.
Proof for a global flood. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I'd love to hear. Let's pick one. Proof for a global flood. What is that proof for a global flood?
Scientific proof.
Okay, that's a good. We're zeroing in. So, what would be that scientific proof of the global flood that we have?
The proof is the proof. You have to see it.
Okay, well, if I wanted to go see it, where would I go see it?
Well, you have my number. Call me.
Got it. Thank you so much, Daniel. We have it. Daniel's got it up in Wisconsin.
Is that legitimate? Did that happen? I mean, what's going on? By the way,
yeah,
I love Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
People will often talk to me about the validity of the Bible. And you and I have a strong field of material that has been solidly debunked.
Yeah.
But when people come after me and they say, where do you start? When a theist says the Bible is absolutely true, I just start with questions, and I start with the story of Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
And the specifics of the story, when you hear them objectively, just dismantle the entire book of Genesis. You know, you got penguins walking 8,000 miles to board a stadium-sized boat in the middle of the desert built by a 500-year-old guy. And you know, he built it with trees and tar. And then why did he have to send the bird out to find an olive branch when he and God were on speaking terms? And he could have just turned around and said, hey, God, where's land? And even if he'd seen land, why would it have mattered? Because the ark has no sail, no motor, no rudder. It couldn't be steered. They were 50 feet from land. They just sailed right on by. That made no difference. How did 8 people commit incest to create more than 5,000 ethnic groups in 4,000 years? I mean, all you have to do is just take a look at the one story, and it all falls apart.
Yeah.
And there's so much utility. I actually produced a video 10 years ago on this. It's on YouTube. It's called Noah's Ark, God, Giraffes, and Genocide. And it sums it up in about 8 minutes. And I'm really proud of it. You'll enjoy it.
All right. I'm going to go check that one out.